Debbie Robertson is going to join us right now. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Now, let's talk about ROA Shares. ROA Shares is something I'd never heard of until a couple of years ago when you wrote the radio station and said, hey, can you help us promote this? And you've been doing events to help the community, not just one community, but different communities. So tell us about what's going on January 19th at Brady's Key.
All right, we're having a little event for Diamond Rock School. It is one of the poorest schools, I think, all of Roatan. It has over 100 children, yet they are left with substandard buildings, stairs that are very little functionality on one of the buildings. We got the other ones fixed up last year with the event that we had last year. New roof on the school last year, but there's so much work to do with that school. To make it a safe place and a good place for children to learn. We've been working with the principal and the vice principal and other groups as well, trying to get the work done at the school. So the event at Brady's Key it's $40, $20 you get to consume at Brady's Key, $20 goes directly to the school. We're having some silent auctions, we're having some raffle tickets, cornhole tournament, some live entertainment, and you just come out and enjoy the day with us and help a good cause in Diamond Rock.
So let me kind of go back and touch on that because it was kind of hard to hear. Folks, it's a $40 ticket, but 20 of that is applicable toward anything you want to eat, drink, etc. at Brady's Key. Brady's Key is a really nice place. I know Brad, he's a really good guy, but I also think that's a popular destination that a lot of people may not be aware of because you actually take a little boat over to it. It's kind of like Little French Key, but more laid back, bigger, I believe, or as big as, and it's got a nice beach. It's got a good place to swim, snorkel. Who's doing the music for you?
Uh, uh, they do their own music, but we also have Karen Peents and Alex Porter coming to play for a couple hours, and there might be somebody else that we're working on yet too.
Okay, great.
From noon till 2 is Karen and Alex.
So where can I get tickets? How do people buy their tickets?
Well, there's many spots right across the island. You can start off in West Bay at Beachers. West End has Tita's Pink Seahorse and also Eddie's on the Beach. We have out at Salty Dogs in Oak Ridge. We have at Las Lorenas, Camp Bay. And we also have Brady's Key, French Harbor. Or you can get a hold of myself, and I always have tickets on myself.
And how do people get hold of you?
WhatsApp, 1-204-791-3016. Or you can get a hold of me through Facebook, joining the ROA Shares page, Roatan, and you can message me directly from there.
Now tell me, where are you from and what got you into helping people here in Roatan?
I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I started coming down here 14 years ago. I fell in love with the island. I fell in love with the local people, and the last few years, I just wanted to give back something. I noticed a lot of people had stuff, and this is the whole premise of how this started. Old eyeglasses, hearing aids, stuff they weren't using anymore. And that's where Eddie started. We were trying to get that from people who didn't need it anymore to in people's hands that did need it. Now, the Diamond Rock one was a little different. Somebody said to me from the Diamond Rock area, a good friend of mine, that this school really needs some help. Would I be willing to help them with it? And I said, absolutely. I love coming up here. I love Camp Bay. I love Diamond Rock. The people here are some of the nicest people you'd ever meet. This part of the island is so beautiful, and those kids deserve a really good school and a chance to learn in a proper, safe environment.
I think a lot of expats who don't get around a lot, I mean, outside of their communities, which is possible here, that don't get into knowing the local community because they're afraid to learn the language and speak Spanish, or they're afraid to communicate with locals, again, because they don't feel comfortable, they don't know them, and they're not necessarily outgoing and friendly. They just came down because it's paradise. I think they would be surprised at the differences depending on who's helping. Like there are certain schools where with the Rotary, we have put in water systems because there was no running water. And without running water, these kids don't have a way to wash their hands. specifically girls with feminine hygiene once they reach the age of a woman. They can't go to school if they can't clean their hands or keep clean, and so they end up not going, which creates this vicious cycle of people not getting anything moving forward as far as an education goes, which limits their life and limits their possibilities. So especially working with a school, and I've been out at Diamond Rock. It's as you say, it's a beautiful place, but it's impoverished. The people there's not really much of a way to make a living, short of the tourism, and they probably go from tourist to tourist on the weekends, trying to sell whatever it is that they can sell, whether it's they're baking cookies or donuts or whatever it is they're doing. So there's not really a lot of input either from the county in that area because there's so many other people to try to take care of, and it's a very large area with very few resources. So really want to say thank you, and I appreciate your stepping up with ROA Shares. I think it's a great opportunity for people to go to Brady's Key. So you're kind of getting something back for it. So spend your $40, go to Brady's Key, have a nice day, and maybe kick out a little bit more once you're there toward helping ROA Shares help Diamond Rock School. Debbie, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us.